Ladies and gentlemen, it's 6 o'clock. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This meeting is officially called to order. Roll call, please.
Trustee Eves.
Present.
Trustee Lilly.
Present.
Trustee Dunlap.
Present.
Trustee Blakey.
Present.
Trustee Clark.
Present.
Trustee Marshall.
Present.
Is there anyone here tonight that is interested in addressing the board? If so, you may stand now and come forward. We'll move on. Is there a motion to approve minutes dated February 14th, 2023?
So moved.
Motion by Clark, supported by Dunlap. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries. We'll now move on to our standing committee reports, starting with Public Works. Trustee Dunlap.
Madam Mayor, no report tonight.
Thank you. We'll now move on to Economic Development. Trustee Blakey.
Thank you very much, Madam Mayor. Just have a few things. We mentioned at the last meeting that Aaron Farmer was hired as a retail coach to assist the village of Lynwood with identifying businesses to come to the neighborhood based on studies that he and his organization have done on our behalf. That work has been completed, and he's provided us with an initial list of companies or businesses that would be matches for our area. Mayor Curry already had a list for the village of Lynwood that has been discussed amongst the village board, and we'll be keeping you abreast as to the development in that particular area. There was a business meeting last week with all of the business meetings in the village of Lynwood. Out of that meeting, the Chamber of Commerce Director, Dornita Tyler, has asked that a survey be completed. That survey has been distributed to all of the businesses, and that if you are a business owner, we're asking that you return that survey so that proper feedback can be collected and initiatives can be undertaken to improve the relationship between the village and our businesses. Dunkin' Donuts will start staking tomorrow. We got the mayor got word of Dunkin' Donuts. We knew that Dunkin' Donuts was coming in. We had just been waiting for them to get through the MWRD process, as well as for them to start their staking, and they're going to start that tomorrow. For those of you that are unaware, Dunkin' Donuts is coming in at the corner of Glenwood Dyer Road and Torrance on the I think that would be the northeast corner of Glenwood Dyer Road. So we're excited about that. Also, plans for a new car wash coming in at the northeast corner of Route 30 are underway. That car wash is going to be within the village of Lynwood boundary, so we're excited about that as well as a fitness center that's going to come in at 19801 Torrance. That concludes my report for economic development. May I move on to community affairs?
Yes.
Thank you very much. The only thing that I have tonight for community affairs is just to acknowledge the presence of the Sand Ridge School Board President, as well as the Sand Ridge Parent Teacher Association. I called her the president the last time, but she's not the president. She is a huge fan and proponent of everything that's going on at Sand Ridge. It's always a pleasure to have you with us, and we look forward to continuing to work with you now that you all are annexed into the village of Lynwood. That's all I have, Mayor.
We're still celebrating.
Yes.
Planning and zoning. Trustee Lilly.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I have no report for planning and zoning, and I move on to ordinances and resolutions.
Yes.
I have one item, a first read, no action taken on resolution number 2305, a resolution authorizing village president to execute settlement agreement and the release in Marcus Mosley versus Village of Lynwood et al. Case number 20-CV-2880, pending in the U.S. District Court for the Northern District of Illinois.
There's a motion. Is it supported?
Supported.
Motion by Lilly, supported by Eves. Roll call.
Trustee Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
That's all I have, Madam Mayor. Thank you.
Health and Wellness. Trustee Clark.
Hi. Good afternoon. Evening, everyone. Lovely to see you. So National Awareness Month for February is National Black History Month. February 26th is Black Lives Matter Day. It's the American Heart Association Month, National Cancer Prevention Awareness, National Fasting Month, which celebrates the benefits of intermittent fasting on metabolic health. Okay, so even though Biden claims the pandemic is over, please use safe practice as people are still getting sick and numbers are going up in the hospitals. In the last 14 days, Lynwood COVID cases went up by 9%. But the residents here were at least 53.4% vaccinated with at least 2 doses and in the 60% for 1 dose. I want to mention there are programs out there for the homeless. These programs will help you get housing. If you have county care Medicaid insurance, call the number on the back of your card and ask about that flexible housing program pool. If you have a care coordinator, ask her. There are programs for housing. You do not have to get evicted or be homeless. If you have any other Medicaid insurance plan, you call that number on your card and ask about those housing programs. If you have like a My Portal, patient portal, or My Chart, if you scroll to some of the resources, they have a QR code that you can scan and it will direct you to housing resources. And that is the end of my report.
Thank you. Finance, Trustee Eves.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Motion to approve bill payment memo 1465. Total cash disbursement, $241,769.96, which includes payroll for the period of January 22nd, 2023 through February 4th, 2023 of $141,834.88.
Supported.
Motion by Eves, supported by Clark. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Okay, I also would like to set a motion to approve bill payment memo 1466. Total cash disbursement is $372,493.34, which includes payroll for the period of February 5th, 2023 through February 18th, 2023, and a total amount of $141,974.05.
There's a motion. Is it supported? Motion by Eves, supported by Dunlap. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Madam Mayor, I would also like to share some scholarship opportunities for our students in the village. First, I would like to plead to the parents. If you have a college-bound or a college student, please, this is the time to start applying for scholarships and grants. Grants are free as well as scholarship. That money is out there and it's plenty of it. All you really have to do is do a little research and apply for the money so that you can get it. A good place to start is at whatever college that you have decided, that your student has decided to attend, because a lot of times they have departmental scholarships and grants, and that's just free money that you don't have to pay back, and it, of course, would always help. At this time, ComEd is fully committed to increasing the number of women in STEM. Young women in Illinois can now apply for the ComEd EV Rally, an annual event in which teen girls will build and race high-tech electric-powered go-karts. Participants will also work with women from ComEd to explore career pathways in STEM and will receive a $2,000 scholarship upon completion of the program. The application is open to any female Illinois resident between the ages of 13 and 18. Applications are available at comedevrally.com. The application period will close on Thursday, June 1st. Another awesome opportunity is the Obama Foundation is looking for 100 rising college juniors that have a passion for helping others experience serving in or building community and an expansive view of what's possible through public service. Students will receive the following: up to $25,000 per year in last dollar financial aid for their junior and senior years of college, a $10,000 stipend and Airbnb credit to pursue a summer work travel experience between their junior and senior year of college. Each fall, students will be invited to a summit to help define and inspire their public service journey. Throughout the program, students will be invited to an ongoing speaker series, giving them access to a network of leaders. After graduation, they will join the Obama Foundation Leadership Network. After graduation as well, Airbnb will provide the students with a $2,000 Airbnb travel credit every year for 10 years, totaling $20,000. This will allow students to continue to broaden their horizons and forge their new connections throughout their public service careers. The application for the next class of Voyagers closes on Wednesday, March 23rd at 3:00 p.m. And the last, I would like to give an update, our scholarship lottery raffle. The first fundraiser to support the education scholarship will be a daily lottery raffle during the month of April. Winner is determined by the evening Illinois Pick 3 drawing, Monday through Friday. The payout is $50, and Sunday and Saturday, the payout is $100. Tickets are only $5 and are available for purchase at Village Hall, or you can contact myself at 708-935-5803 or Trustee Kurt Marshall at 708-744-1975. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, trustee. Public safety, trustee Marshall.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'd like a motion to waive first and second read, action taken, ordinance 23-06, an ordinance amending the code of the Village of Lynwood, Illinois, Chapter 42, Fire Prevention and Protection, Article 2, Fire Department, Article 3, Emergency Medical Services, Article 5, Fire Prevention, Article 6, Fireworks and Explosive, Article 7, Smoke Detectors.
Supported.
Motion by Marshall, supported by Clark. Attorney Quinn.
Yes, so good evening, everybody. This ordinance you're considering this evening creates the position of full-time fire safety administrator and amends the ordinances to both create that but also remove the administration of the fire department away from the previous role of fire chief into this new role. So for obvious reasons, I think this would be an emergency, which is why it's being waived as the first and second reading, and I'm open to any questions you may have.
Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries.
Only other thing is, can't wait to appoint this young man, Mr. LaShawn Austin, into his new role, and I'll let you guys steal the thunder after that. That's all I have.
Because I know I'm still in your thunder.
All right, thank you. We'll now move on to our department communications, starting with Chief Dan Dempsey.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. In 2019, an eight-year-old female made an outcry to her mother, telling her that her uncle was doing bad things to her that made her feel uncomfortable. This had occurred at her godmother's residence in Lynwood, where the victim was staying during the summer months and began when she was 7 years old. In 2019, Lynwood investigated this case, presented it to the state's attorney's office, but it was rejected. Recently, Lynwood detectives Sergeant Ozis and Detective Bradich were contacted by detectives in Cobb County, Georgia, advising them of a juvenile victim making an outcry of sexual assault that occurred in Lynwood and that there was possibly a second victim. Georgia detectives advised Lynwood they would be conducting forensic interviews in Georgia to determine the exact location and facts of the case. It was later determined that crimes occurred in Lynwood in 2019. It was determined that the two victims spent the summer at their godmother's house with their grandfather, two uncles, one which was a step-uncle. One victim still lives in Georgia, and the second victim now lives in Calumet City. Lynwood detectives again investigated this case, interviewed both victims. The victims told detectives bad things the step-uncle had done to both of them. They told detectives they were afraid to say anything because their step-uncle threatened to whoop them, and also told them no one would believe them. The victim stated this all happened while staying at their godmother's house in Lynwood during the summer months. Detectives spent weeks interviewing family members as well as victims. At the completion of the investigation, the offender was arrested at his residence in Lynwood. The case was again presented to the state's attorney's office and charges were approved. The offender was charged with 2 counts of predatory criminal sexual assault, 1 for each victim, 1 count of aggravated criminal sexual assault, and 1 count of aggravated kidnapping. All 4 charges are Class X felonies, which carries a sentence of 6 to 30 years in prison for each count. The Assistant State's Attorney who handled this case called and praised our detectives for the work they put into this case. These cases are very hard to charge and prosecute because of how old the case is. The mother of one of the victims was so appreciative of the offender finally being charged, she personally thanked them for finally bringing this offender to justice. Both detectives will be given commendations for the work they put into this case. A reminder, Lynwood Police Department has steering wheel locks for Lynwood residents that own a Hyundai or a Kia. You come to the police department with your vehicle registration, showing proof of residency, and we will give you a free lock. So far, we've given 30 locks away, and you can come at any time. Crime stats, February 14th through the 27th, we've had 9 arrests, 58 traffic stops, 114 citations, 142 building checks, 6 domestic disturbances, 6 recovered guns, and 41 bar checks. And that concludes my report.
Mayor, can I ask a question? Chief, thank you very much for this report, and I just want to state publicly my appreciation for Sergeant Oatsett as well as Detective Braddock, and particularly under your leadership and your guidance. I really appreciate the fact that not only did they go back into this whole thing, but that you and obviously the Assistant Chief supported what they were doing and took it all the way to the point of it getting charged. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And both of those detectives are here tonight, so if you could just wave your hand. Assistant Chief of Police Boldy.
Madam Mayor, reminder to all residents that the police department provides car seat installation as well as occasional car seats when available. Contact Sergeant Larry for more information. Our Bowling with Badges returns March 25th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Lynwood Bowl. Free to resident children ages 15 and under. You must register with Sergeant Larry due to limited space. We'll be taking applications for this year's Citizens Police and Fire Academy. The academy will be held from April 6th through May 25th, every Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Our chili cook-off was February 18th at Lencioni's. Thank you to all participants. There were 6 judges, and the winner was determined to be Joya Weinbrand, who made the chicken chili.
Wow.
It was good.
Of course, Sergeant Weinreich is accepting that as though he helped her make the chili.
He's going to find me a lot of favors at home.
I would like to draw your attention to our screen. Erica's going to play body cam footage from an incident that occurred February 11th involving 2 of our police officers. Officers were dispatched to the 3000 block of Lincoln Highway regarding an accident where a vehicle was on fire. Those 2 officers are here today, Sergeant Dustin Warren and Officer Robert.
Babe, I got a drive arm. See if you can work on kicking that. Section, we got 1 male still trapped inside the burning vehicle.
192, 1 male still trapped inside the vehicle.
Keep in mind, the front of the vehicle is on fire.
Hey, come here. See if you can squeeze through this. Come here. We need you to squeeze through here. Come here. Come on, come on. The car's on fire. Come on, let's go. Come on. Let's go. Get up. Get up. We need to get back far away. Come on. Are you the only one in there? There you are. Sit down. Sit down.
So I'd like to read the nomination for these two officers. On February 11, 2023, Lynwood officers were dispatched to 3094 Lincoln Highway in reference to a burning vehicle. Upon officers' arrival, they observed a vehicle on its side while on fire. Witnesses on the scene advised there was a subject trapped inside as they stood and watched. Sergeant Dustin Warren ran in his patrol vehicle to grab a crowbar as Officer Robert Dempsey struck the windshield continuously in an attempt to break it. Officers continued to strike the windshield and was able to shatter it enough to pull it apart and pull the trapped subject out of the burning vehicle with little to no injuries. Without the quick actions of these officers, the driver would have suffered life-threatening injuries. Sergeant Warren and Officer Dempsey did not hesitate to put themselves in harm's way to save a human life. We would like to give them both life-saving awards.
Please stand up.
I know that there are many who are from other municipalities, but this is why Lynwood is the best municipality. No shade. Okay, so you're Sergeant Weinberg, will you be offering anything tonight? Fire Department Deputy Chief Swanson.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just have a review of our calls the last 2 weeks. Total of 69 calls. 3 calls were mutual aid requests to neighboring towns for response to the scene of structure fires. We have 53 medical calls, 3 motor vehicle accidents, including 1 with the vehicle on fire, 5 carbon monoxide calls, 1 mutual aid request where we were canceled while en route, 3 fire alarms, and 1 call for smoke in the residence. Concerning our smoke detector program, the state had detectors on back order, and we received a shipment today, and we have 3 requests pending for installation of detectors. And I'd like to add that anybody here that's come in support of incoming Chief Alston, you're welcome to join us at the fire station after the meeting for some refreshments.
Thank you, sir.
Mayor, I'd like to say something, please. Deputy Chief, so my house was one of the houses that the CO alarm went off while I was out of town. I was in Atlanta and got a call from ADT, and then immediately got a call from the Lynwood Fire Department, and got my son over to the house so that he can open the house up for Deputy Chief to go in. Deputy Chief came in along with some other officers and immediately assessed the problem, a problem that could have been deadly if individuals were in the house. And so I just want to publicly express my appreciation for all the work that you did. And I know that you weren't just doing that because I was a trustee, but that's the work that you do on a normal basis. So I want to thank you for that publicly.
Thank you.
Village Engineer Dave Schilling.
Thank you, Mayor. Some quick updates. First, the 2023 resurfacing, that is the CDBG and the IDOT Rebuild Illinois Bond Funds, about $800,000 is at IDOT for review. Hoping to get comments shortly so we can get that one out to bid and hopefully be paving by June. In line with that, next meeting, the trustees will see a resolution to apply for CDBG funding again for 2023. I believe we're at that point already. We'll be asking for another $400,000 for more streets. And then lastly, as Trustee Blakey mentioned, we did complete our technical review of the car wash plans and send that letter on to the developer today. So things are moving along.
Thank you. Public Works Superintendent Hoover.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Since our last board meeting, we've had one snow event that really, first truck was out at 7 a.m. Town was cleaned up probably by noon, so I think they did a good job there. We had one water main break that got repaired rather quickly. We had an emergency today for a unit that the guys got repaired rather quickly as well. And other than that, just a reminder that the water bills are due March 15th, by March 15th. And that is all.
Finance, Kimberly Switterick.
Thank you, Mayor. The auditors have provided the full draft for the fiscal year 21 audit. It's still not completed because that hasn't been finalized because we're still waiting on the OPEB report. I did reach out to Lauterbach and Heyman, and they stated they're 4 weeks out for completing the report because they have to go through 2 years worth of census data. In the meantime, we are moving forward with the fiscal year 2022 audit work papers, and I have to reach out to GW and Associates, our auditors, to schedule the field work for the fiscal year 22 audit. And that completes my report.
Building Director, Ms. Hurley.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Permitting for the period January 24th through February 28th is 40 permits at a total of $56,018 with a full valuation of $2,177,377. Also want to remind everyone that contractor registration has begun for the 23-24 period. Please note that all your contractors that do work in your homes must be registered with the village. Additionally, permitting season has begun, so if you're planning on fencing, concrete pads, any other pretty major work that requires a pre-inspection, we're asking that you would begin to submit that information now, with a reminder that permits are valid for 6 months, so you can get your permit now and do it a month or two from now, and it's still a very valid permit. If you have any additional questions or concerns, you can give us a call at 708-758-6101, and that completes my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you, Ms. Hurley. Attorney Quinn.
Thank you, Mayor. I don't have anything to report this evening.
Before I ask this board for this vote, I want to acknowledge former Chief Keenan Newton. I want to thank him for his service to the village of Lynwood. I especially want to thank Deputy Chief Swanson for his integrity, his leadership, for his commitment to this department. I cannot say enough great things about you. You have come to be a man that I admire and respect, not only because of your commitment to your profession, but more so because of your commitment to this village. So thank you for being who you are and for standing in the gap when our fire department needed leadership. I also want to thank the men and women of Lynwood Fire Department for being patient with me as we figured things out and took our time to make sure that we brought in the best leadership possible for this village. That being said, I am requesting a vote for the appointment of LaShawn C. Alston as as the Public Safety Fire Administrator. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Dunlap. Is there
Supported.
supported by Eves. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Litley.
Yes.
Excuse me, Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries. Before we swear you in, I would like to ask our police and fire chaplain to step forward, Pastor France, and offer up a prayer for this incoming fire leader.
We stand. Father, in the name of the Lord Jesus, we thank you for your favor upon this village. But Lord, you know that without the spirit of relationship with public trust, there would be no effective public safety. And we thank you for this leader and this mayor and all of the supporting cast of board members that have done the yeoman's job necessary to choose this great man, Chief Austin. Now, Father, we thank you for undergirding him, blessing his family, strengthening the character of his leadership so that there is great esprit de corps among all those who support him and support this village. And we thank you for it in Jesus' name.
Amen.
I will turn it over to the clerk.
Yes. I have a few things. First, a business meeting was held with all the local businesses to discuss the new application renewal process. The inspectors were there, both building and fire, discussed the inspection process, requirements. The police were there discussing safety concerns, paying special attention to the local bars in the area. The event went very well, was well attended, and was very productive. Second thing I wanted to report is the administrative office will be closed Monday, March 6th, in observance of the Kashmir Pulaski Day. And then last, I get the honor to swear our new Public Safety Fire Administrator.
Tonight, penning our new fire leader is his mother, Mrs. Cherie. So, Mom, would you like to step forward with this one? I would also ask that our police and fire commissioners join us up front to support this new leader.
Please raise the right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, LaShawn C. Austin,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of Illinois,
of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully
the
discharge
duties of
the duties of
the office of
full-time
Public Safety Fire Administrator
Public Safety Fire
for
Administrator
the Village of Lynwood
for the Village of Lynwood
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Congratulations, sir.
Mom's crying. She doesn't know that they're Village Day Pride. One thing that I love about Lynwood is that we are a community that embraces diversity. That being said, it is especially special for this village to appoint its first African American fire leader on this last day. Chief, there's a quote that says, "Respect is earned, honesty is appreciated, trust is gained, loyalty is returned." My ask of you is that you always respect the men and women that work and reside in this village, that you are always honest and true to who you are, that you work hard to gain the trust of the men and women in your department, and that you reciprocate the loyalty that they have shown to this village and to the fire profession. There is no greater village to work for.
None at all.
And we are proud and excited to have you aboard, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to do with these great men and women here. So, welcome. The last thing I have is a request of this board for a motion to cancel the Board of Trustees meeting on March 28, 2023.
Motion.
There is a motion by Trustee Clark. It is supported by Trustee Lilly. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries, and this great attorney that we have just brought something to my attention, and I think it's only appropriate because we have the men and women of we have to do something about that, of Lynwood FD here, as well as many of your colleagues, and so we'd love to give you an opportunity to address everyone if you so choose.
So, good evening. First of all, I would like to thank everybody who took the time out to join us at this amazing event. I would like to thank you for the opportunity to lead the Lynwood Fire Department. I look forward to building a strong relationship with all of you. I look forward to continue the great work with the great men of Lynwood Fire Department, men and women. While the badge that was pinned on me today serves as a very proud moment, it also serves as a acceptance to tremendous responsibility and commitment to the members of the Lynwood Fire Department, to the village residents, and to the community that we serve. I will work tirelessly to ensure that the Lynwood Fire Department is there when our community needs us, day or night. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and if you look at the back of the room, this is my village. And actually, my mentor from high school is actually back there.
You didn't have to tell them all that.
So this is my village behind me, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Without you guys, I wouldn't be where I am today. I thank Lynwood, Mayor, Madam Clerk, trustees, commissioners, residents, family, friends, everybody. I'm excited to take on this new leadership role, and definitely ready to get started. Thank you.
The only one who writes my speeches down. Now I have a little competition, I see. All right, is there a motion to adjourn? Motion by Dunlap, supported by Clark. Roll call.
Eves.
Yes.
Lilly.
Yes.
Dunlap.
Yes.
Blakey.
Yes.
Clark.
Yes.
Marshall.
Yes.
That motion carries. It is 6:40 and this board meeting is adjourned. There is a meet and greet that will be held at the fire department. So please feel free to join this new leader and his team over at the fire department, or you can just love on them right here.
I know.